Hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your astrology and tarot reading for July 2020. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is always wonderful to see you back, and I hope you guys have been doing well and staying safe out there. I am so sorry I'm getting these up so late. We had a major emergency here at the house. If you have read in my community post, you know what happened, so I'm not going to reiterate it here. Go read about it. It was intense. Things are continuing to improve, but still definitely praying and putting a lot of energy out there to just continue on a good track, because it was very scary. I was without my internet for almost a whole week. So I have just gotten back in here to start getting these recorded again. So Sagittarius, first a few quick notes before we start. As always, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single one of you out there. If it makes sense to you, those messages are meant for you, so take those in. And if they do not make sense or resonate, kick them out to someone else, another Sagittarius out there who they are meant for. This will mostly correspond with Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all of our Sagittarius cross-watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you're interested in any of the cards that I use in my readings, I put all those links in descriptions in the box down below. If you're interested in a personal reading with me or want to make a donation to the channel, you'll find that as well down in that description box. If you have not yet done so, I do invite you to reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family, and also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the up button, the thumbs up, to give it that like and let me know that you enjoyed this content. So guys, I'm still a little discombobulated, so I'm really working to focus here. It's been a week. It's been a week, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. These retrogrades are no joke. They have been intense. We're still in our Mercury retrograde. That is going backwards in the sign of Cancer. Sun sign is in Cancer right now. Sagittarius, we did get out of Venus in retrograde, so that is still moving through your relationship house in the sign of Gemini. Definitely highlights your relationships and your, communication in those relationships very strongly. The other thing that I would point out is that Mars has moved into the sign of Aries on the 28th, same day as my emergency happened here at the house. So Mars moving into Aries definitely gets things going in some way or another, for sure. Mars will be in Aries for a long time, Sagittarius. It will be with us until January 7th, 2021. So the rest of the year, we got Mars in Aries. Not a bad place for you, though, because that does highlight your universal 5th house of Leo. It's in a fellow fire sign. So to me, that's very dynamic, especially for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All our fire folks are really going to benefit from Mars being in Aries because it's more dynamic. It gets your energy up better. It's like if you have been feeling fatigued or feeling kind of down, feeling like the energy's kind of low, that brings it way, way up. So let's pull some cards for you guys. I will talk about more astrological stuff as we go along, as it comes up. But let's get some oracle and one major arcana to represent your energy before we go into our full tarot spread. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising sign of Sagittarius as we do their tarot and astrology reading for July 2020. Please protect their energy as well as mine throughout the session and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. And we have it. The Magician is your card for July. So, considering I'm getting these up a little later than I would like, just take it in that Sagittarius, this might be resonating as well for this previous week as well as for the rest of July overall. But the Magician card really starts that energy out on a high note. It is the, number one card of the major arcana. It to me is so much about you using all of your skills your knowledge, your aspirations, your dreams, your heart, your mind, your enthusiasm to start new things. It is also a Mercury ruled card. So Gemini and Virgo energy are very high in there. And considering Venus is in Gemini right now in your relationship house, this could, include somebody. It could include a loved one, a family friend, or someone that you really would like to work with. Of course, it could be a romantic partner as well that you may be working on a project with. But to me, overall, the Magician is the alchemist, and it always gets new things started. So a lot of my Sagittarians, you're really pushing for some big new beginnings in your life right now, very strongly. And look at that. Oh, I like this card coming through for you guys. This is the leadership card with the elephant spirit. And I love the art on this because it is Lord Ganesh. And Ganesh is all about clearing obstacles and making the way open for you. Very, I don't know if he's actually associated with Jupiter, but that is your ruling planet, and it feels very Jupiter-like to me because it's very expansive, nurturing, caring energy. I love the story of Ganesh. If you ever get interested and just, want to learn more about him, I like to work with him whenever I do prosperity rituals or anything to do with, blockages that have kept you from where you want to go. He is so fabulous to call upon because it's all about removing any obstacles from your path. So let's get into a crystal and chakra card for you to see what's coming up to be healed. Ooh, we have the tourmaline. So, Sagittarius. I love the tourmaline. I am actually wearing some right here in the middle. That is the black tourmaline. And this is about the root chakra, grounding, stability. It's also about absorbing and protecting yourself from negativity. So it's very, very nice. I always wear it along with the black obsidian. Those two together do a really wonderful job at just keeping your energy grounded, keeping you safe, keeping negativity and negative people away from you. It's also connected to smudging and cleansing. So whether you want to spray some sage, I'm going to spray some right now because it just smells good and it feels good. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So Sag, that I'm sending a little bit out to you over over the airwaves here. But whether you burn it, whether you spray it, it might be a really good idea this month for you to do more cleansing and clarifying around your living space for yourself. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your tarot. I'm going to be doing the main spread with the Rider-Waite and clarifying with the Modern Witch Tarot. So let's see what we've got for our Sagittarians out there. Do bear with me, guys. I always shuffle these just as long as I feel Spirit wants me to. So I always take my time till it feels right and I get that tap. Wow, guys. Okay. What is going on with you? Let's see. So 7 of Pentacles. We have you right at the center. So you are working slowly but surely on something right now. You are putting those seeds in the ground, waiting for them to come up. There is a patience energy here about that, where it's like you've already done a lot of good work and you're waiting for that to have a return so that you can continue to move forward. Between that and that Magician, it's like, yeah, you really are, working steadily to make something come about. And look at that. Yeah. So Sagittarius, the best way to wait for this to come about is to not worry about it, to not, that old saying, the watched pot doesn't boil, right? It's like if you sit there watching it, it'll never boil. As soon as you go and get busy doing something else and think about something else, it's like as soon as you turn your back, it's like, oh, it's boiling now. Yeah, it's sort of like that. So if you, put those seeds in the ground, they're there, they're being nurtured. But then, go enjoy your day, Sagittarius. Go work on other things that make you happy, because you really do need that. In the immediate past, we have that Nine of Swords. So to me, going in that past energy, you've really been through some things recently, some anxieties, some dark nights of the soul, some pain, some sadness. The mind just won't turn off, right? It's like the sleepless nights. I always think that about Nine of Swords, because the swords are the mental body, they're the mental energy. And, they're sitting there, up in the bed, like, I can't sleep, can't turn my mind off. It's like, it's just so frustrating. It's like there's just something that's been really, really worrying you here in the immediate past. Yeah, and it may be some arguments, it may be some kind of conflict that's been going on, and this could really apply to a number of things, Sag, since this is general. This could be argument with, a love relationship. This could be argument with a family member, with friends, with people, and, co-workers, that really just has you unable to rest. It's like, and it may not even be that this argument is so awful, because the Five of Wands, to me, it's a tussle card, it's conflict, it's friction, but it's not like the worst fight ever, right? It may feel that way to you, but they may not be seeing it as that way. So take that as it resonates. The thing that's really got me wondering what's going on with you, Sag, is right here in the immediate future is that Three of Swords. And what's really wild is that Scorpio had this same card in the same position. And we're going to do the same thing for you that we did for them. We're going to sage this card. Yes, we are. I'm going to put a little bit of sage smoke all around that to clear and cleanse that, because we really, really don't want any more heartbreaks for you. And we're going to do old Ramblin' Mike's tarot trick. He is a wonderful reader if you haven't checked him out, but whenever our Three of Swords pops up, we're going to shake those swords out of your heart, Sagittarius. So get ready. 1, 2, 3. Out, out, out. Out of Sagittarius's heart. Out. Command that. Definitely. So Sagittarius, we have shaken those swords out of your heart. We have saged that card. But I want to say, when that Three of Swords comes up, you are working through some kind of heartache, some kind of, pain, some kind of frustration. I see you being very patient here in the center, and I see you being, willing to be innocent, lighthearted, opening your spirit up to the next experience. But I also see you having this heartache here. So let's see what's there. Oh yeah, the World. So Sagittarius, interesting. And a lot of it, I felt some similar stuff. So if you have any energy in Scorpio, or if you're dealing with a Scorpio, you might want to look at their reading, because there's a similar energy just around this. But with that World card right next to the Three of Swords, what I feel very strongly is that this is coming to a close. There's something that's coming to an end. Something that has, yes, been painful, but it's going away, because the World card is always the end of a cycle, major end of a cycle. This isn't just like the Ten of Swords, which is an end of a cycle. This is a lot bigger than that. And your own energy is in there. There's your little Scorpio symbol right up there at the corner. And it could also involve, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo energy is coming up inside there. On the underside, what you're focused on in the subconscious is the Queen of Wands. So you really are focused on making some things happen with that fire energy. And like I said, that Mars energy is lighting up that Leo house for you. And that to me, Queen of Wands is so Leo. I mean, she's Aries and she's Sag as well, but she's so Leo. She's got that little black magic cat. She's ready to make some magic. She's ready to turn things in her favor. She is a leadership-oriented sign. She's generous. She's warm-hearted. She gives generously because she knows that she, you know, can't really ever lose what she has. She always knows she'll have more where it came from, right? So it really is that abundant heart. But she also doesn't take any crap. She doesn't take any nonsense from anybody. She is a firm leader for sure. You know, she's kind, she's generous, but if you cross her, she's going to turn you into a frog. She's going to turn you into some little animal. And look at that. Woo! On top, we have the Emperor on top of that Queen. So absolutely, to me, that's a perfect combination. There it is. There's Aries. There's that Mars Aries, and it's in that Leo house for you. So to me, that's a very strong position, Sagittarius. It's creating a trine right now. It's really inviting you to step up into your power, into your leadership role, to love yourself deeply and strongly. And look at what we have on the top. Message from Spirit crowning the spread is the Four of Wands. So there's that 1111. There's that soulmate, twin flame, you know, divine kind of connection, the happy home, the stable, you know, grounded energy. And it's also fire, you know, it's also a fire card because the Four of Wands, the Wands is a fire suit. So, you know, it has that passion behind it too. Very nice, you know, very nice energy there, Sagittarius. So in spite of this Nine of Swords and this Three of Swords, you know, Spirit's really saying it's like, you know, you may have lost an old connection so that the real connection could come through. Or maybe you went through something. For some of you, I get the feeling that maybe some of you felt, oh, I've really met my soulmate. I really met them. And it wasn't them. It was, you know, maybe a karmic that really represented as someone that was, but it wasn't. And so, you know, Spirit's saying, hang out, hang on, be patient, keep planting things in the ground, and keep enjoying your life, Sagittarius. Don't let this distract you too much from, you know, where you're really going, because right now it's time for you to love yourself. It's time for you to stand in your power. And when you do that, you attract the right people. You attract the right connections. King of Swords on the top. So could be an air sign involved. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. To me, that King of Swords is also just very firm decision making. It's like, again, you know, not being willing to put up with any garbage from anybody. It's like if they're not contributing to this and to creating this with you, what are they doing there, right? You know, it's like you have the power to kick them on out. And don't forget, King of Swords, you know, has those butterflies on the throne. That's all about transformation and change and growth. So let's get some advice for you, Sag. I mean, this is, you know, it's a lot of good stuff here, but it's definitely, you've been overcoming some things. Yes, yes, yes. Take a little time for yourself right now, Sagittarius. Suggested approach is the Hermit card. This is Virgo energy. This is all about, you know, moving through your process, taking your time, slowing it down a little, looking for your personal truth. It's funny always, and if you've been watching me a while, you probably heard me say it, that the something about the Hermit card, even though it's a Virgo card, reminds me very much of Sagittarius. It does. And it's because, you know, Sag, you are that pioneer, you know, and many times you end up feeling kind of lonely because the pioneering energy requires you to be alone sometimes for a while. You know, you go forward and you find that truth or you find that wisdom, and then you bring it back to other people so that they can share it and understand it. But right now, yeah, do a little self-healing, a little self-reflection. Very important right now. Yes, and Queen of Cups comes up on top of that, because to me, she is all about honoring your deep internal emotions. She could be Cancer energy, Scorpio, or Pisces. I mostly see her as a Scorpio, though, because her cup, you know, in the traditional deck always has the lid on top of the cup. And so it's like she doesn't reveal her deepest, innermost emotions right away to everyone, and that's definitely a Scorpio feeling. So again, if you are a Sag with some Scorpio in your chart, or a Scorpio with some Sag in your chart, watch these two readings, because wow, there's some similarities there. But you're really working on healing and honoring your inner emotions, really listening to your intuition there, Sagittarius, because it's like no one can tell you what your truth is. No one can feel out your own emotional truth for you and what's right for you. So don't let anybody push you before you're ready to jump yourself. You know, what you need to know. Look at that. Temperance is coming up there. Temperance came out twice as well for Scorpio in the same place. There's some real connections between you two right now. But this is your card. This is the Sagittarius energy. So this is all about, you know, balance and letting, you know, the challenges and the difficulties you've been through make you stronger to help you grow. You know, you temper the steel by adding in impurities and then putting it through the fire, right? That's what gives it its flexibility and value and strength. And it's like, you know, people that haven't gone through any challenges many times don't have a lot of empathetic value. They don't have compassion as strongly for others because they haven't suffered, they haven't experienced, right? But once you suffer and grow, it's like, oh, you know, you have empathy, even more so. You have, you know, understanding and wisdom on a different level. So let's get into a clarifier here. Six of Cups. So Sagittarius, there could be somebody coming back into your life, or maybe already has come back into your life, because we did have Venus in retrograde. We do have Mercury in retrograde. Those are the two classic planets. When they go retro, it's like people start showing up into our life. Six of Cups can also be fond childhood memories or roots from the past, or even things from the past that we've had to heal from, if, you know, if our childhood or our family background wasn't good, right? So yeah, that can incorporate a lot of different things. Could be an old relationship coming in, but it also could be healing and balancing with the family dynamic as well. So here in the hopes and fears is the Three of Pentacles. And I really feel that that's coming up because you know that you want to rebuild. You know that you want to start something new. We have the two people coming, you know, to the architect with the blueprint for creating a new structure, a new spiritual center, right? And so it's all about you, you know, having that stability, that spiritual centering and grounding and structure around it. So it's like you really don't want to lose that. Sagittarius, don't fear that. Don't fear that. You can't lose your spiritual center. You can only get distracted from it occasionally, but come back to center. You'll find it. It is there for you. Yeah, but look at that. Because you're so ready to move past something that hasn't been emotionally satisfying or good for you. That may be where part of the heartache is coming from, because I think for a lot of my Sagittarians, you have made some big decisions about moving away from something that is not good for your heart anymore, whether it's a relationship, a family dynamic, a job, whatever it is, a spiritual center even, you know, it's like, or you're maybe changing, you know, your spiritual thought. That could be a big thing too. And maybe you feel like you're letting some people down by doing that, but take it as it resonates, since it's general. But a lot of you are moving past something that has not been at its best for you. Outcome card, guys, we've got the Six of Pentacles. That is about balance. It's about reciprocity. It's about equal give and take. So if you've been, you know, giving too much of yourself and not getting enough back energetically, it's time to really rethink that. You know, this is about seeking balance and fairness and equality in your relationships and in your interactions with others. And look at that. Yes, Queen of Pentacles. So we are all about getting balanced, grounded, stable, and centered, because she is a strong Capricorn energy. Also can be Taurus and Virgo, but she's got goats on that throne. So I always see this as a Capricorn, especially because she got that bunny. She got that bunny rabbit sitting there. And that is, you know, that's to me also very magical and abundant and creative. So yeah, get creative a little bit there, Sagittarius, and, you know, feel it out. If something doesn't feel right, you know, emotionally, and it doesn't look right physically. This could also, because of all that earth energy, for those of you that this is related to a job or a workplace, yeah, you're definitely looking at how much energy, time, effort you put in versus what other people are putting in. And if you're putting a lot more in and not getting what you need or deserve, you're either going to ask for that, you know, and say, look, I need a raise, I need more money here, or you're going to walk. I get a feeling that a lot of you will do that. Ooh, Queen of Swords on the bottom. My goodness, guys. So much in combination with this Scorpio reading. You've got to go watch that. So Queen of Swords is there. You also had the King of Swords. So again, not putting up with anybody's funny business. You're willing to cut that out of your life, even if it's emotionally difficult. And you're ready to move forward. Look at that, 8 of Wands on the other card, the card deck. So yeah, I mean, this is like, you're not going to sit around with this forever. I think you're being patient for right now, and you're allowing things to unfold. But there's a lot of closure coming up right around the corner with all of this. It's very strong, though. I do like the things that are coming up as your positives, because it's really saying that there's a lot of endings to some old, hard, painful, you know, heartbreaking cycles that you've been going through. And you're also stepping into a lot of power. You're stepping into a leadership role. So let's get some affirmations on this. I'm going to be pulling from the Witch's Wisdom and Kitchen decks to just see what comes up for your end of your reading. Ah, look at that. We have the wand, which is the intention. And of course, we know our wand suit is the fire suit. You are a fire sign. You had that Queen of Wands there. So it's about intention. It's about directing the flow of energy. That's, you know, what people who practice Wicca do in ritual, you know, with a wand. It's all about directing the intention, the flow, and, you know, putting that fire and that enthusiasm into your work to affect positive outcomes. So very strong there, very strong leadership energy coming through for you, Sagittarius. So let's pull a couple from the kitchen deck to add to that. Oh, yes. All right. So Witch Hazel came up. So that is about sensitivity. And time came up, which is about courage and strength. So, wow, Sagittarius, you are sensitive. Your emotions are sensitive and intuitive and a little softer than usual. So it's going to take courage. It's going to take strength. Also, it's really to honor those feelings. It's like, don't let people put you down. Don't let them step all over you. Speak up when you need to, even if you're scared, even if you know it might hurt your feelings, what they might say back to you. It's like, you'll feel stronger when you speak up for yourself. It doesn't mean, you know, to not honor your sensitive emotions, because they are there, but you're also a lot stronger and more courageous than you may give yourself credit for as well. So this was an amazing read, guys. I hope that the rest of your July goes great, and I will be seeing you very, very soon. Take care.